Let your breathing slow, dear listener. Let the soft rhythm of your own breath become the gentle, steady sway of a camel walking across an ancient land. You are safe. You are comfortable. And tonight, I am going to take you on a quiet journey. Not to a place of loud discovery or dramatic conquest, but to a place of quiet wonder and deep, simple beauty. We are going to travel alongside a young man who walked into the unknown simply because he was curious. His name was Marco Polo. Imagine, if you will, the great glittering city of Venice. It is the year 1271. The city is a jewel of marble and water, its canals shimmering under the golden light of the Italian sun. But our story does not begin in the grand palazzos or the bustling plazas. It begins on a quiet stone pier, where a 17-year-old boy is stepping onto a merchant galley with his father and his uncle. He is leaving behind everything he knows: the familiar sound of the water lapping against the gondolas, the smell of fresh bread and salt air, the warm, tight embrace of his mother, who holds him for a long, silent moment before letting him go. He is not a famous explorer yet. He is just a boy with a heart full of quiet, trembling curiosity. He is about to see things no European has ever seen before. The galley slips out of the lagoon, the oars dipping silently into the dark, calm water. The sun is setting over the rooftops of Venice, painting the sky in shades of soft coral and pale lavender. Marco stands on the deck, his hand resting on the rough, salt-crusted railing. He watches his city grow smaller and smaller until it is nothing but a faint, golden smudge on the horizon. He does not know if he will ever see it again. But his heart is not heavy with fear. It is light. It is full of a quiet, steady wonder. He is going east. He is going to the heart of the world. The journey is long, but it is not a frantic, rushing thing. It moves at the patient pace of the wind and the tide. The galley sails across the calm, blue Adriatic Sea, then through the sparkling islands of the Aegean. Marco tastes his first pomegranate on a sun-drenched Greek island. The juice is sweet and tart, and it stains his fingers a brilliant, deep crimson. He watches, fascinated, as a fisherman mends his net with a simple wooden shuttle, humming a soft, melodic tune that Marco has never heard before. Everything is new. Everything is a quiet, gentle miracle. They land on the coast of what is now Turkey, and here the first part of the overland journey begins. The camels are waiting. Marco looks at these strange, magnificent beasts for the first time. They are taller than any horse he has ever seen, with long, gentle eyelashes and a calm, untroubled gaze, as if they alone know all the secrets of the deep desert. He places a hand on the coarse, dusty hair of their flank. It feels warm and rough. He climbs onto a padded wooden saddle, and the camel rises with a long, slow, groaning lurch. And then the great caravan begins to move. The rhythm of the caravan is the most peaceful rhythm in the world. The soft, shuffling thud of the camel's padded feet on the hard, dusty earth. Shush, shush, shush! The gentle, melodic jingle of the brass bells tied around their necks. Ting, 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 ting. The slow, steady creak of wooden saddles and leather straps. There is no engine. There is no horn. There is only the immense, profound silence of the landscape and the quiet, patient music of the caravan. Marco sways in the saddle for hours, the sun warm on his back, the air clean and dry and smelling of wild sage. He is not bored. He is utterly, completely content. The landscape slowly changes around him. The green, rolling hills of Anatolia give way to the vast, golden, shimmering plains of Persia. Marco sees a palace for the first time, rising from the desert like a mirage. It is not a fortress of gray stone, but a masterpiece of glazed, brilliant blue tilework, its domes and minarets glittering fiercely in the high sun. He runs his fingers along a wall of a simple caravanserai, a roadside inn, tracing the carved geometric patterns in the cool stone. He has never seen anything so beautiful. In the bustling open-air bazaars of cities whose names are music itself, Tabriz, Yazd, Kerman, he walks through a sea of colors. He sees carpets woven with such intricate, patient detail that they look like a garden of frozen flowers. He sees mounds of spices of every color, the deep blood red of saffron, the brilliant yellow of turmeric, the quiet, earthy brown of cinnamon. The air is thick with their heady, intoxicating perfume. A merchant offers him a single, sticky date, and the taste is so sweet and so rich it makes his head spin. But it is a simple, small thing that captures his quiet wonder the most. In a dim, cool shop, a merchant hands him a small, folded square of fabric. It is silk. Marco holds it in his young hands. It is impossibly soft, impossibly smooth. It feels like holding a piece of cloud or a solidified breeze. It glides through his fingers like water. He thinks of the rough, heavy wool of his Venetian cloak, and he feels a profound, quiet respect for the hands that made this delicate, beautiful thing. This is the silk of the Silk Road. The journey continues ever eastward. The landscape becomes more challenging, but still profoundly beautiful. The air grows thin and cool as the caravan climbs into the Pamir Mountains, the roof of the world. The snow-capped peaks are so white against the brilliant blue sky that they are almost painful to look at. The only sound is the sharp, clean whistle of the wind and the deep, profound silence of the high passes. This is a stark, lonely, breathtaking beauty. And then the great descent. The land begins to slope downwards, and the air becomes warmer and thicker. The desert gives way to a wide green plain cut by rivers, and Marco knows, with a quiet, deep certainty, that he has arrived in a new world. He is in the realm of the great Kublai Khan. He is in China. The splendor of the Khan's summer palace at Chengdu is something Marco will try to describe in words for the rest of his life. But on that first, quiet evening, he simply witnesses it in a state of profound, silent awe. The palace is built of fine, pale bamboo, lacquered with brilliant colors and intricate paintings. Silk curtains, softer than anything he has ever felt before, billow gently in the warm breeze. The gardens are a peaceful paradise of still jade-green ponds and ancient gnarled pine trees. The air smells of jasmine and the faint, clean, smoky scent of incense. Marco sits on a cushioned bench by a pond, watching the golden carp glide silently beneath the water. He writes a single word in his small leather journal. Beautiful. The Khan, a wise and intelligent ruler, welcomes the young Venetian with a quiet, genuine curiosity. He sees in Marco's bright, honest eyes a kindred spirit, a man who loves learning, who does not judge, and who notices the small, quiet details of the world. Marco is given a simple but profound task. He is to travel across the vast empire and report back on what he sees. And so his journey of quiet discovery continues. He travels to Hangzhou, a city of 1,000 bridges. He sits in a small wooden boat on the placid West Lake, the water completely still and green, surrounded by weeping willows and the distant, gentle sound of a single-stringed fiddle. He walks through the quiet courtyards of Buddhist monasteries, the air thick with the scent of sandalwood and the soft, rhythmic, hypnotic chanting of the monks. He listens with quiet fascination as a scholar explains how paper money, light and easily carried, is used for all trade. The concept is so brilliant and so simple that Marco fills several pages of his journal with notes. He holds a piece of the paper money in his hands, looking at the intricate official red seals. He marvels at the quiet trust a society must have to turn paper into gold. He learns to drink green tea for the first time. A quiet server in a simple tea house places a small, delicate porcelain cup before him. The cup is so thin he can almost see the light through it. The tea is pale green and steaming, and it smells of fresh grass and distant mountains. He sips it slowly. It is not sweetened. It is slightly bitter and completely refreshing. He decides in that quiet, reflective moment that he loves it. He sees the Great Wall, not as a single completed monument, but as a long, winding, ancient project of earth and stone, snaking silently across the high green ridges. He sees a simple fisherman on a river using a tame cormorant bird to catch fish, a quiet, ancient, and respectful partnership between a man and his animal. Everything is different. Everything is a quiet, gentle revelation, but perhaps the most profound moment of his journey is a quiet, private one. On a cool, clear night, he lies on a simple, padded mat on the roof of a caravanserai. He is not in a palace. He is not in a bazaar. He is simply alone, wrapped in a warm wool blanket, looking up at the infinite, glittering spray of stars. And he notices with a quiet, spiritual wonder that the stars are exactly the same. The North Star, steady and true, is in the same place it is above Venice. He realizes in that deep, quiet moment that the world is not a place of strangers. It is a single shared home. People may speak different languages, wear different clothes, and eat different foods, but they all look up at the same stars. They all share the same quiet hopes for safety, for the health of their children, and for a good harvest. Marco Polo stayed in the East for over 17 years, and when he finally returned to Venice, he was no longer a boy. He was a man, with a quiet, knowing wisdom in his eyes. He told his stories not with loud, triumphant boasting, but with a quiet, gentle wonder. He locked the details of his travels in a book during a peaceful captivity in Genoa. He died an old man, content and peaceful. And on his deathbed, when a priest asked him quietly if he wished to confess that he had made up his incredible stories, the old, wise Marco Polo smiled a gentle, knowing smile. He simply said that he had not told half of what he saw. The legacy of Marco Polo is not just that he discovered a route to the East. His true legacy is a quiet and enduring one. It is the legacy of curiosity, of the gentle, patient art of simply looking at the world with open, non-judgmental eyes. He taught Europe to wonder, not to fear. He taught us that the unknown is not a place of monsters, but a place of beautiful gardens, quiet wisdom, and silk that feels like water. He was not a conqueror. He was a listener, a quiet, humble observer, and that was his greatest gift. And so, as your own mind drifts now, dear listener, let the quiet rhythm of the caravan carry you into a peaceful, dreamless sleep. Imagine the soft, shuffling pace of the camel, the distant, shimmering blue of a Persian palace, the sweet, sticky taste of a date, the gentle, cool feel of silk sliding through your fingers. and the quiet, unshakable knowledge that you are safe, you are curious, and you are part of one single shared world. Rest now, the stars are out. They are the same stars that watched over a young boy from Venice so many years ago. And they are watching over you now. Sleep, sleep.